We'll start with the base of this knit rib one by one because it's the closest in the library to spandex. From your object browser, you can drag it onto your pattern pieces. If you zoom into our 3D window here, you'll notice that we have some work to do on the texture. I'll rename it Simulated Spandex in my object browser so that it populates down to our property editor. Under Information, you can list all of the details you need for your tech pack. But first, let's work on getting this to look more like spandex by opening our texture editor. We'll start by first changing our color from none to white. Then, check the desaturation box to get rid of the red. From there, you can bring your shadow intensity down to 0 and bring the brightness up to 50. Make sure Blur Edge is checked and increase your radius to 50. That should do it for the texture editor. We can move on from here to our normal map. Select that editor and a similar window will open. Here, you can bring the radius up to 50 as well. This should remove the texture from the fabric and leave it completely smooth, like most spandex on the market. You can achieve similar results by deleting your normal map, but if you do want to maintain some of the texture with customizing your fabric, it's best to do so via your texture editor, which is less destructive. You now have the texture of spandex, but what about its properties? Even if you aren't a textile scientist, with a little bit of investigation, you can find the information to customize your fabric just like I did. While CLO does have a fabric digitization service available, it's much faster to learn how to manipulate the properties of your fabric through the property editor. If you scroll down to the bottom of your property editor, under Physical Property, you can change your preset to Custom, which will allow you to create your own fabric and add it to the system. Select the Detail drop menu, and a wide variety of options will now be available for you to adjust things like the stretch and bend of your fabric. We'll start with the stretch. The online consensus was 19 and 45 were the best ratios for spandex. For sheer, 18 for both. And for bending, 24 and 21. We'll make bending bias 8 for both. Scrolling down to density, we'll make that 17 and drop thickness down to 0.5. Now let's simulate to see how it looks. It's a little more loose because it's not as dense as the original rib, but I think this will work. To save your custom fabric, select the Save icon next to the preset drop menu, and a Save menu will appear on your workspace. It will save to your fabric folder by default, and it will appear in your fabric library along with all the others in that folder.